coach, put the penis away.
Okay, you know what?
Not baseball. Baseball sucks. Well, the laminator's hot, and it burns me sometimes. No. Yeah, out of this way.
What do you look for in a sideline technology?
With football specifically, we're looking for something that's going to help us, as a coach, communicate to our players more effectively, more efficiently, and help us kind of manage our game system.
Do you ever feel flustered on the sidelines because of so many papers?
Well, I don't generally use papers on the sidelines because of the fact that with football, it's a climate-based sport. So if I have papers, they're saturated. So I have to either laminate or kind of put any play calls or anything I'm going to have in a folder per se, so it's waterproof.
What devices do you use on the sidelines, and do you find these useful?
So on the sidelines, what I've used in practice, can I use in practice or in games?
Both.
In practice, I often use my iPhone, and I'll film kids in a play in slow motion so that I can break it down, I can show where they've made a mistake or what they're doing incorrectly. In game situation, the biggest frustration is communication between myself, I call the offensive plays, to the actual quarterback. And there is technology available that can do that, but we're not allowed to use it. So that's a significant frustration. Because often I'll call a specific play, like 14, and he might think it's 40 and run the wrong play.
Is there ever anything you wish you had technology-wise on the sidelines?
So one of the things that is the most important is communication between coach and player. And they have right now a communication system where a coach can have a speaker, just like they do in the NFL. A coach can have a speaker communicate directly to the quarterback or the linebacker's helmet, and he can speak to them and transfer the play. So there's been situations where I've called a play and the quarterback has executed the wrong play, which and sometimes has actually put another player into harm's way, a situation where he might get injured. So having that opportunity or that technology to actually communicate directly to that player would be way more effective and obviously a health and safety preventative.
Would this be convenient for you, and what would you improve, if anything?
This would be a godsend to me because one of the most important things in high school football is that, this is a huge learning curve for some of these kids. They've never played football before, so they don't know. Just like in other sports, we draw up plays. Well, football, the plays are a little bit more specific. It's not like I draw them up freehand on the sideline. Having an iPad on the sideline, I could quickly go through plays and show them what the play is, the actual, because I make all my plays on PowerPoint tiles. So I could have the PDF version or an image, a screenshot, if you will, of that play and show the kid quickly. Right now what I'm doing is I'm making these giant laminated photo cards this big with all the plays on them, and that's cumbersome. Having an iPad on the sideline, I could quickly go through and say, hey, on this play we're doing this. It would be a big help.
I'd like to see in the design.
That it's blue and white.
Okay. Are there any drawbacks to the system you currently use?
In terms of my play cards,
Yes.
the biggest drawback is that depending on what offensive set I put in each week, I have to actually fabricate a new set. So that means I have to print it off, I have to laminate it, I have to cut it. So it's cumbersome. Having an iPad or something with technology would be a lot easier because all my plays are already, in an electronic format. It would just mean sync it. So it would be significantly quicker.
Does weather have any effect on being on the sidelines, and what could change that?
I think, are you talking in terms of weatherproof?
Yeah.
Weatherproof would be the most important thing for technology on the sidelines for an outdoors coach sport, such as football, rugby, soccer.
Do you find that your current system causes pain or discomfort?
No, I like it. It's a rigid substance that I can carry around. It's tactilely nice, but pain would be just the frustration of having to fabricate a new one every week.
Have you noticed any improvements in the technology in the years you have been coaching?
Having an iPhone, an iPhone 6 Plus, it's that big, it's something I can use on the sidelines and show kids the picture. But having an iPad or something that big would be so much better because as big as my phone is, it's not sufficient enough to be a teaching tool.
Alrighty.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.